All right, United Healthcare. This is going to be a really good session. First off, I want to encourage you to use the Clarity Guide when you're presenting, just in general, not just United, but Medicare Advantage and Part D. You can kind of go over and define what the parts of Medicare are, the two paths that they have, and then, of course, we're in the annual enrollment period. Okay, and you can explain that to them. And then this page is real important because you want to hit all of these points. It literally covers everything for compliance. And over here, the drug part. Okay, you want to hit that. And it's very simple. You just explain. And if you don't know, you can just read it verbatim. The annual deductible stage. Member typically pays 100% until you reach the plan deductible. Plan typically pays 0%. Okay, just go to the next one and explain how the cost containment guidelines are on prescriptions. And you really sum everything up. Very good. So I'm going to get into the plans. You can see the plan numbers here. This is the one we're going to do for D-SNP. It pays the most of any company. It's the H5322031. Here's the I used to call the Flex Plus H3749017, and then the PPO H8768009, and the Patriot Plan, which is a standalone MA plan for veterans, tribal health, people that may have been on Medicare a while, and if they get on Part D, they'll pay a late enrollment penalty, so they just want the medical and drug and hospital only. That's a good plan. Starting out with the United D-SNP, you have to qualify that they have the right level of Medicaid, QMB, QMB Plus, Slim B Plus, or what we call full dual eligible beneficiary. Now, this plan is very simple. If they didn't have Medicaid, they'd have a premium. But there's actually no premium, no copays. The benefits highlights is the summary. Okay. And then you get into the actual nuts and bolts in the summary of benefits. And always with all of the United plans, go to the back. Very important. And I'm finding it here. It's kind of confusing in some ways because of the enrollment packet in the back where you fill out the application. And I'm going to find it here, but it is the star rating page. And very important to explain the star rating on these plans. And just explain CMS uses a 5-star rating system. There it is right there. CMS uses a 5-star rating system. This plan has an overall grade of 4.5, okay? This is on the 017, which is the HMO point of service. Going back to the D-SNP, when you get into the summary of benefits, you can see everything's at a 0 copay. That's if they have participating Medicaid benefits. One of the benefits of this group of people, the D-SNP, is they have their own navigator, which is their own assigned customer service agent that other plans don't. They call and they give the navigator the number on the back of their ID card. They give the navigator their member number, and they'll always get that same person anytime they need something. So if someone calls you, they're a D-SNP member, ask them, did you already talk to your navigator? You want to refer them back to their navigator because it'll take the load off of customer service issues. The dental's $4,000, pays 100%. All other plans pay 50% on dentures and bridges, but not the D-SNP plans. The vision, there's no copay, and it pays quite a bit on optical, up to $450. And then, of course, the U-Card, food, utilities, over-the-counter benefits, they get $224 loaded credit every month, okay? This is the LP HMO point of service, HMO 031. Now, when you're talking to them, they're non-D-SNP, you have PPO. Now, remember, United has not just the Hillcrest system, but the St. Francis system and OSU. They do not have St. John's. If they're a St. John's person, you want to lead with this plan, the PPO H8768009. Okay, good plan, no monthly cost plan. It has a zero copay to their primary care doctor, 40 to a specialist, with a $4,900 max out of pocket in network, $5,900 max out of pocket out of network. A daily copay in the hospital, days 1 to 6, or a higher copay in the hospital, days 1 to 6. If it's in general that they want a PPO, the Humana PPO H52163370002 is a little more competitive because it shortens the daily hospital copay to days 1 to 5, and it's cheaper out of network. But sometimes there's pushback with the Saints, St. John's or St. Francis, taking Humana, where there's not with United. Again, St. Francis is not an issue. It's mainly St. John's, if they want to use St. John's. Co-pays like group therapy are lower than a lot of companies. Humana, even their radiology like MRIs are $150, where Humanas are $300 on a lot of plans next year. Ambulance is a flat copay, whether they use air or ground. They get a routine physical, which they don't on other Medicare Advantage plans, just cover them for what's called wellness exams. This plan, they get a routine physical. Their eyewear is up to $250. The dental is 100% at $1,750, except for bridges and dentures, those are at 50%. Hearing aids, they can actually use Walmart, where those low $99 copay hearing aids, and they have a lot of flexibility. Their vision network also, unlike Humana, they can use Walmart's, Target's, and Costco. Now, there's not a Walmart Vision Center in Oklahoma though, like other states that have them in their Walmart stores. The Renew Active is very nice. They have all the YMCAs in Tulsa. They have the real nice one in Bixby, Lifetime. And their same card is used when they check in, where Humana and Aetna, they have to have an app called Silver Sneakers, and they don't get the Wise or Lifetime. That's the PPO, but the lead one, the signature plan, is the HMO, H3749017. This plan is your lower copay plan. This is the one really to push them into. It does have a premium of $19 a month. The copays are significantly lower. Number one, the MOOP is only $3,800. Zero copay to the primary and $20 to the specialist. So it's quite a bit lower. And again, if they're using Hillcrest, St. Francis, or OSU, this is the product to put them in. It's going to trump the PPO. The PPO is beneficial if they're going to insist on, say, St. John's. The hospital copay is $245 a day, is all 1 to 5. And look at this. Amazingly, their test copays are very low. For example, a diagnostic or MRI is only $80. That trumps the Humana plans being at $200 to $300 on MRI and CT scans, and the PPO being at $150 of United. Also, their optical gets up to $300 on eyewear, so they get more there. And The dental gets all the way up to 4,000, which is very nice. Again, 50% on dentures and bridges, but everything else 100% up to 4,000. Remember on dental, they always want to stay in network, whether they're Humana or United, because that dentist agrees to accept the full pay and does not balance bill. If they go out of network, they can get balance billed, whether they're United or Humana. Their Part D has the 4 stages or 4 tiers, tier 1 and 2 being a 0 copay, not just through the mail, but at a local pharmacy. So that's a nice feature. And then tier 3 is $45, tier 4, $95 copay, 33% on specialty drugs. Now, one thing to keep in mind is United and Humana are very similar on their formularies, the drugs they cover. And they're usually in the same tiers. So what's a tier 3 with Humana is a tier 3 with United. But what you want to understand too is that there's certain classes of drugs like insulins. The N drugs, Novolin, Novolog, are going to be covered by Humana. The H drugs, Humulin, Humalog, are covered by United. Now, it's kind of like saying, well, do I use UPS? Do I use FedEx? If they're insistent, they've been on Humulin, Humalog, you might put them with United. United uses a very nice, durable medical supply chain, since they have St. Francis called All Saints. Those vans are everywhere. They're delivering oxygen, wheelchairs, durable medical supplies. So they have a better setup than Humana does. Humana uses a company called AeroCare. They're slower. There's not as many. So a lot of benefits here. And this is a low copay plan. So I haven't trained on the Humana HMOs just for the simple reason, if it's an HMO person, this plan trumps it. Plus the fact they get St. Francis. HMO, they can go in network, not out of network unless it's an emergency. I don't know why they need to go out of network since they have Hillcrest, St. Francis, and OSU. All right. Lastly, the Patriot plan, and you can read more on this. Again, always cover the star rating. This plan is very competitive. It's compatible with Humana's 2 honor plans that are USAA approved. This plan is something pushed to the veterans or people that do not want a Part D. Remember, it's a PPO. They cannot add a Part D to this. If they add a Part D plan, it'll cancel this plan. Anyone that wants Part D has to buy it in the one plan combined, called an MAPD. No monthly. They get an $80 reduction on their Part B. So instead of them taking out $164.90 for their Part B, they take minus 80. So United's crediting 80 a month to that. So they're taking out the difference, which is $80 less. So each person gets an $80 bump in their check each month. Low max out of pocket, lower copay than Humana's honor plans, which are 0 to 40. This is 0 to 30. Also, they have a flat copay on the out-of-network hospital of $425 a day, 1 to 6, where Humana is 40% on their honor plans. And they're cheaper in the hospital copay than Humana. A lot of different perks. They also have OTC. The 017 HMO has $80 a quarter. This plan has $40. And I think the MAPD PPO, the 009 that I showed you earlier, has about $40 a quarter or $60 a quarter, somewhere in there. $1,500 in dental, fitness program, Renew Active. So again, a lot of benefits. And one thing I just want to, in closing, United members get what's called the U card. This card is very competitive. There's a whole job aid on this on the website, but on the front, it has everything. On the back, it's got their barcode where they can purchase their products in store, where Humana sends a green Visa. This is an all-in-one card. Their dentist, their doctor, their hospital, fitness membership, when they want to go pay their utility bill or buy food at Walmart. Also, United is adding extra vendors where Humana has, and both United, Walgreens, CVS, Walmart on buying over-the-counter food, household goods on their cards. United is adding the Save-A-Lot stores. They were integrated. They were integral in getting Oasis on the north side in Tulsa in it. They're also going to be adding, of course, both companies have Dollar Generals. Not all Dollar Generals, but a lot of Dollar Generals. Yeah, and what's nice about it, there's a video on it. It shows the members how to use it. When they log on the app, the United app, they can watch the video on how to use the U card. The U card is activated on the app. They can activate it on the United website. Where Humana, they have to wait till they get the credit card. It takes longer because it's a separate card and call in to activate it. With United, it's all included with their ID card. Remember, United as a whole is a large company. They're one of the 5th largest companies in the US, not just insurance, just overall. They have 47% of the market share in the Medicare market in general. So they have a lot of pull. Very competitive in how they do things. The other thing is these insurance companies give rewards to people for healthy behavior, going and getting their preventive services or flu shots. And Humana is a separate department that they have to call in and redeem those rewards. Those rewards are redeemed by them getting gift cards to Walmart or Target or different places. United is attached to their U card. So the rewards are loaded there where they have extra to purchase on the OTC, for example. So it's very nice, and this job aid just kind of tells how it works, gives an outlay of the card, what the members can expect, different places they can use it at. United's also adding Uber Eats, so all their D-SNP people will be able to like Save-A-Lots, use Uber Eats. Their D-SNP people are also going to be able to use theirs for like landscaping, like mowing their yard. I think for pest control things like mouse traps. So it's a little more extensive than what Humana is offering and maybe Aetna on these D-SNP cards.